Hello and welcome to Bridges Not Walls. I'm Adrian Fabian.
And I'm your co-host, David Artunian.
Today we have a special guest. Can you please introduce yourself? Tell us a little bit about yourself, what you like to do, what you're studying, interesting fact.
I'm Aryaman I study right now accounts. It's my favorite subject. I'm doing business management economics as my major. And my pronouns are he, his, him.
Great. Could you explain to us your ethnic background if you're comfortable with that?
Yeah, I'm an Indian. I come from Delhi, India, the capital. To be more specific, I come from Gurgaon. That is a 30-minute drive from Delhi, so not really that far, but yeah.
Oh, it's kind of how, like, when people ask me where I'm from LA, but I'm actually 30 minutes away.
Yeah, same. So, in terms of immigration, are you a first-generation American? Are you an international student? What would you describe yourself as?
I'm just an international student, just here on an F1 visa.
Interesting. So you went through the entire visa process, right?
I did.
Did you find any, particular difficulties?
I mean, not difficulties, but they just take their times to take appointments. That's about it.
Oh, okay.
Visa appointments, they take a good 2 months. You need to do it well in advance.
Wow. So you're just the bureaucratic wall.
Yeah, essentially, yes. Except that everything's really cool.
So you came to the U.S. for school, right? To Santa Cruz. Was that something you dreamed of doing as a kid, or was that
Pretty much, yeah. Just wanted to come to California as a kid to study, and here I am.
Did you find any difficulties, coming into Santa Cruz and becoming, a member of the community, involving yourself as someone who had never or previously hadn't really been here?
I don't know. Not really, I don't think so.
Not really? No. Well, that's fine. Do you think that if you had the power to do so, knowing how you went through the visa system, would you make any changes to it?
I mean, I can't really say that to change the time dates because they have a lot of pressure upon them, but just the time changes that maybe make appointments a little sooner because I know people who didn't go through their first appointment and they did not make it through, the second appointment they got was very late and they missed college because of that and they had to drop out. So
Wow. So do you think that if they were to add more people working towards this, having more people review applications, do you think that would be better?
I mean, then that would, on paper, yes, but I don't think they can though, because for that they'll need more resources. For more resources, they'll have to expand worldwide, get more land and more buildings, so it's not practical, I don't think.
Yeah. All right, so moving on to the topic of identity and culture, I feel that it's necessary to bring up positionality here. Do you know what that is?
I think so. I have an idea, yeah.
So just a summation for the audience as well. Sensoy and D'Angelo, two writers from the Frankfurt Institute, describe positionality as the recognition that where you stand in relation to others in society shapes what you can see and what you understand about the world. So based on that definition, do you think that your international student positionality or your ethnic background, do you think that they impact how you define yourself, your identity?
No, I don't think so.
Not really?
No.
So you'd say that they play a very minuscule part?
Yeah.
Okay.
So what would you say composes your identity as an individual?
As an individual, my beliefs. Nothing can particularly define who I am except myself.
Mm-hmm. Do you think that your positionality changes the way you believe things or the way you view things?
Yes, I do.
All right. And do you think that it's common amongst most people to have to prioritize their beliefs, their own personal beliefs, or their identity? Which do you think is more common?
The more common, I'd say, is identity, but what should be more common is beliefs.
That's interesting. I think I agree with that. Because personally, I tend to value my own personal beliefs more than where my parents come from. Would you say that in the current climate today, culture and ethnicity are two very interchangeable things?
No.
No?
They're very, very different from...
Oh, could you describe how?
I mean, ethnicity, like, I'm an Indian, I'm from Delhi, but culture is completely different. Culture is not from a particular part, it defines, like, a particular region per se. So it defines a larger group of people than just ethnicity does, so...
Oh, okay.
So I'd say ethnicity is part of culture, but not vice versa.
So you'd say culture is a further tier descriptor than...
Yeah.
Okay. So, do you know the work of Stuart Hall? I'm sure you're familiar with it.
Yeah.
Just in case, let me explain the term othering, because the next question will be about it. Othering is a practice of distancing different groups of people from each other to better define one's own identity. Have you ever personally, especially on this campus, have you ever experienced othering?
Not really, no.
No? Do you feel that, do you think that certain groups experience othering more than other groups do?
I think so, but I also think because they make themselves like that, they isolate themselves in a way, so...
Okay. So do you think that breaking down this isolation, building bridges instead of walls, do you think that that's the solution that we should be looking for?
Probably, yeah. But it's also not just the society or the other like the general people. It's about the people who are in focus here. Even they, like, sometimes they isolate themselves from the entire group. So it's they need to open up and bridge up. So
how do you think, like, any incentive you can come up with, or like any kind of idea that you can come up with for, like, our school in particular that would bring different communities together?
I mean, don't be stuck up and so, like, don't be so fixed to your backgrounds or grounds. Just be open.
Open-minded.
Yeah,
open to trying.
Because I know some people, like, one of my friends is very against transgender or gay people. So,
wow.
Like, so he needs to open up. Like, I'm being, like, in general here, so.
Yeah. Because I think that the more you know other people and open yourself up to other cultures, the more you kind of humanize them and see them as,
That's kind of the point of college, isn't it? To, like, open yourself up to new things. Because I know for me, like, I've never had coffee at all in my entire life. It's just not something I did. And then I came here, and one of my friends is like, yo, you got to try this. I tried it. Absolutely disgusting the first time. I hated it. Tried it again. I was like, okay, this isn't that bad. And now I think I'd identify as a Hispanic person who acts white, because I drink a lot of coffee now. It's just really
well, thank you, Aryaman, for joining us today. This was a pleasant experience.
It's great.
And thank you for joining us on Bridges Not Walls.
Good luck on your studies.
Thank you. I have one right now.